Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So you know I'm a great supporter of startups. So we're going to talk about a startup today that fills a vital niche in the survival camping gear market. So let's check it out. Alright, so I've first seen this product on Drop Forward Survival's channel. Go check out his channel. Excellent channel. I'll post a link in the description. This is called the BearBowl. Now, as many of you know, I'm a creator of the Bug Out Roll. And the Bug Out Roll is something which requires most of the items to pack relatively flat. You can pretty much find all of the gear you need, from sill nylon tarps to emergency bivvies. Pretty much every area of camping gear, survival gear, has things that can fit into the Bug Out Roll and perform the function you need it to, except the pot. The folding compact pot has always evaded me. Now, there is something made by Sea to Summit. It's a bowl, and it's basically metal and silicone, and unfortunately with that, it's still a very large square. It has an 8-inch diameter, and in my opinion is not very packable. Now, many gas-powered and wood gas stoves have a system in which you get a pot, and nested within that pot is the cookware and the cooking system itself. It's very hard to find a pot that is going to fold flat, that's actually going to work as you want it to. There are stoves that fold flat, like the firebox stove, or other cheaper versions of that, like the one I show here, which cost me about 20 bucks on Amazon. Doesn't work the greatest, but it certainly gets the job done if you need it to. So that, paired with a flat stove, would be ideal, especially for use in the Bug Out Roll, which is why I present to you the BearBowl. Now, this is a bowl, but it's in the shape of a square and it packs flat. You need to understand that this is very hard to achieve. A lot of people just think, oh, I could do that better. Well, think about it for a second. How do you make something that you can heat water up in and pack it flat? It's not as easy as you think. Now, this is made with some kind of weird name. I can't pronounce it. It's a Teflon coated fiberglass material, and it has an aluminum bottom, and this is the part that comes in contact with the heat. Now, I'll show you one that's unraveled here. This is the BearBowl as it is. So, it's pretty simple, pretty bare bones in its design. I'm guessing it's made domestically because something like this is achievable to make domestically because there's not a lot of labor costs. But this is just a very ingenious way of resolving the problem of how do I get something to go hand in hand with my folding flat stove. This is going to do it. The capacity of these is actually very large. I'm not sure what the exact capacity is on this one, but I'm guessing it's probably 2, maybe 3 liters. I know that the smallest one can hold nearly a liter of water, and my other medium one can hold even more than that. So you're able to boil a significant amount of water in these things. This is going to be something, I should say, if you have a wood stove and a wood tent and you want to cook on top of that wood stove, this would be an excellent thing for that, because number one, there's not going to be any flames. Now, something to mention here as we're on the topic of flames, this material is not entirely flame resistant. It is flame resistant, but it can't sustain long exposure to direct flame. So you're going to want to make sure that the flame is only around here. Now, the manufacturer of this product recommends that you only use gas-powered stoves. But I've done tests where I've used successfully a folding flat stove, and it's worked just fine. You're just going to want to make sure if those flames start wrapping around the edges for a prolonged period of time, that might be problematic to the design, and that would void the warranty. I'm not sure what the warranty is on these, if there even is one. It's a pretty cheap product as far as I know. It's not going to cost you that much, maybe between 20 and 50 bucks, I'm guessing, but don't quote me on that. Go check out the prices. Right now, I think there is a Indiegogo or Kickstarter campaign. I'm going to post links to both of those below. I just think that this is a great idea, guys, and it fits great inside the Bug Out Roll. This can contain more than enough water to cook, you know, your average meal that you would want to cook. These things are going to be great for melting snow because you don't have to bring it to a boil, which means you don't have to get it that hot. and it has a large capacity, so going to be excellent for that purpose. And it packs flat, you forget about it. You know, this is just a great idea all around. I really would encourage you to go and support this guy's campaign, and if you have a bug out roll, this is going to be perfectly compatible with that. This is the one thing that you need, that you almost absolutely need in order to survive long term, that couldn't fit in the bug out roll before. Now I have a portable flat folding pot to put in the roll, and that's just amazing. So what I'm going to do, he gave me a couple extra one of these. If you order a bug out roll, I'm going to, at random, just throw one of these into the roll. So not everybody's going to get one, obviously. I think I have about 2 I can give away. So if you order a bug out roll in the next few days, you may get one of these in there with it. And this is something I'm going to give serious consideration to selling at my website, CanadianPreparedness.com, along with Silky Saws and the bug out roll, because I really do think this has a lot of potential. Now that we've kind of talked about how great it is and all the rest, I always talk about how these things can be improved. You guys know me, I don't like giving any glaring reviews, and just so you know, I was not paid to do this review. If a startup comes to me, or if I see a startup that has potential, I do them a favor, and I basically will do a video absolutely free of charge, especially if it's something this awesome. So my suggestions for this would be, number one, I think it would benefit from having a case. One thing you're going to want to know, and here's the conundrum with this. Okay, so you unfold it, right? And it's very easy. It sets up very quickly. I can do it in like 10 seconds. Bam. This side, just like that. Oh, there we go. Just like that. So it's set up, you're ready to boil water. This Teflon material, unlike metal, it doesn't hold the heat as long. So there's going to be more heat dissipation, especially in a colder environment. So when it's very cold out. In summertime, that's not going to matter too much. When it's really hot, water's going to boil faster anyways, and your fuel is going to burn more efficiently in those conditions. But to have a lid on it, or something to just keep what heat you have in there, that would be highly beneficial for something like this. In addition, I also think they can make it a bit more flame retardant if they had just a bit of a lip along here of metal. So maybe hinges that folded upwards, and just to protect the bottom part, so if the flames did come around, that it wouldn't scorch this part of it. Now, like I said, I put this thing under a lot of pressure. The flames were coming in direct contact with it for extended periods of time, didn't burn. So, I mean, chances are you don't really need that. But, okay, so here's the conundrum with this, is that you want something that packs flat because you're trying to save on space. If you have something like a jet boil, the pot is already there. Your fuel canister and your stove nest inside the pot. The same thing with the solo stove, which is a wood gas stove. You have a pot, and nested within that is your wood gas stove. You pull it out, and basically there's everything you need in order to start cooking. So the whole allure to something like this is essentially that it packs flat, so it should be compatible with a flat folding stove. So what I'm a little against is the idea of not promoting this as a flat folding stove compatible pot, because that's really one of the main reasons why you would want it. I can't understand why you'd want to carry a big clunky canister of fuel and not simply nest that within a normal size pot, which ultimately is going to do the job a little bit better than this. But remember, this is a folding flat stove, so clearly you're going to have some diminished capability with that, but it still functions very well. And actually some things are better. For example, with a metal pot, the metal always gets very hot to handle. This thing, you could have boiling water in here, and you could still grab it by this paracord wrapped Teflon coated thing, and it doesn't burn your hands. So that's pretty cool. Has a fairly large capacity. Pouring it is a little difficult because this part is going to be hot, so you can't really tip it like that. You kind of have to wait till it cools down, or you have to use gloves or something like that. But the heat's going to dissipate quite fast from this. Otherwise, aesthetically, Maybe it can be improved a little bit. I'm sure as the company evolves, they're going to make minor tweaks and it's going to continue to enhance. But in its form right now, it's perfectly 100% functional. It's just that with all of these things, and the bug out roll included, there's always going to be little things that can be improved. So I'm going to post the links to the description for these. I'll post links to the bug out roll. Don't forget, if you get a bug out roll in the next few days, you may be getting one of these in there. If not, maybe I'll try to see if I have a fat rope stick kicking around or something like that to throw in there to sweeten the deal. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Prepper out.